Alright guys, I'm back. The last video I cut the hole out of this letter, and now I'm gonna continue cutting the edges and go ahead and cut this thing completely out of the pearl. So what I'll do is I'll start cutting at the thinnest part of where the pattern is to the edge of the pearl, so that way you can get in. You don't have to cut through a lot of pearl to get to where you need to be. So also try to position the pattern on the pearl closest to the edges, so there's not a lot of excess cutting. See, hopefully this is not shaking too bad. So what you do is just follow along the pattern. Make sure you're cutting straight. You can always take a file to it afterwards. You just don't want to cut into your pattern or have an area that you can't actually get the file into, like a tight corner. So I'm going to get to this corner now. I'm going to turn my saw blade just like that. Let me see how this looks in the camera for you guys. That's pretty good. When you're using this wooden apparatus here to help cut, you just got to make sure you're not cutting into it. You can feel it if you are. Sometimes you can keep the pearl outside of the wood. A lot of times though, it'll get to where you can actually crack the pearl. And I use these clamps to help hold things down. Hold everything nice and tight. Keep the pearl from walking around on you. This see how that was a little too rough on that one. This blade's pretty thick, so you can cut through this pearl pretty quick. You get another. This is kind of tricky here. It's on a corner. I might go in a little bit away from the corner. I'll use my file to get that corner, just so I don't mess it up. You can always pull the saw blade back a little bit to make sure you're cutting straight. Right there, I get to the corner, I'll just go up and down. I try to turn the corner a little bit, just like that. Tell what's going on there. get to the edge there, you just do really lightly. Just take a little bit off at a time. This abalone will tend to shear. There we have the letter. I just have to take my file and file these edges down. It turned out pretty nice. Keep your saw as straight up and down as you can. So now what I'll do is I'll come in here and just take a file, knock that edge off. A lot of times what I'll do when I'm actually done cutting, I'll just take the file and go up and down the whole surface of for the edges. And once you inlay it into the wood, it just helps when you go when you're cutting the wood, to have it nice and straight. And, you know, you don't have to be exactly perfect with the pattern. Just depends on what you're looking for. As long as you keep the same consistency throughout your cutting. Get these files from Stuart Mac. So it turned out pretty nice. And you know, once you can just soak these in water, then it'll dissolve the Elmer's glue, and then the pattern will come right on off. So got this one finished, so we'll move on to another one.